Flynet Viewer Studio UX is a modern, server-based solution for organisations looking to modernise or migrate host systems such as IBM Mainframe and Iseries, Unix and PIC. Flynet Viewer Studio UX allows you to modernise and rationalise your heritage system environment, providing a contemporary, web-delivered interface to your existing system.
Flynet Viewer Studio UX is the low-risk answer to host system modernisation and migration, making your journey manageable, predictable and achievable. You can modernise terminal-based applications, turning them into modern web experiences without changing the underlying app. Studio UX allows the designer to add modern UI components such as drop-downs, calendars and pop-ups to their web UI application. This is all achieved without browser plugins. Flynet Viewer UX is a pure web solution.
Your new interface will work on any device or browser in a fully responsive way. The interface automatically reorganises to your device's screen size, whether that is desktop, tablet or mobile. And you can use your favourite browser.
Your web UIs can use Flynet Viewer's Pure Web Terminal emulator. This allows you to flip mid-session between modernised web UI pages, traditional terminal views and back. This allows a phased approach to developing and deploying your web UI project. You can modernise the most used and troublesome screens and leave the rest of your application as is until you are ready.
Composite pages draw information from more than one screen. This allows you to create custom views and workflows that are more aligned with the way you really work.
Notebooks allow you to group related views into easily accessible tabs, creating holistic views of your data.
Flynet Viewer Studio UX can create wizards or workflows. These wizards pull users through specific tasks, only showing and requesting data relevant to that task. This makes the process a lot easier, as the user does not have to deal with complex navigation or obscure steps usually required to complete a task. The wizards can branch depending on the data presented by the terminal application or provided by the user.
The Flynet Viewer Studio UX generated web interface drives your existing, unaltered terminal application. All the business rules, validation and data in your terminal application are maintained. No need to recreate or extract that which already exists. Flynet Viewer Studio's sophisticated terminal application engine handles the complexity of interacting with the host.
Flynet Viewer TE connects to a wide range of host systems. IBM mainframes, IBM Iseries, Unix, Linux and VMS systems, Tandem Nonstop and Dell Unikix, and PIC and multivalue. Securing information systems is of ever-increasing importance.
With Flynet Viewer, organisations sidestep all the security issues of plugins, allowing the browser to be more secure. The web standards conforming Flynet Viewer application can easily be protected behind a web application firewall.
The data flow throughout the system can be encrypted and made secure. HTTPS can be used between the browser and Flynet Viewer server. Two-factor authentication, single sign-on and user directory integration are a few of the ways Flynet Viewer can help secure your solution. Communication between Flynet Viewer server and host systems can be encrypted using the latest SSL, TLS and SSH protocols. You start the creation journey by recording your terminal application. This captures screen structure, interactions and navigation.
The next step is to import your recording into Flynet Viewer Studio, where you name your screens and set up recognition rules.
Field mapping is the process of identifying data and labels on your screen. A wizard makes this process quick and easy for complex screens. However, for simple screens you can manually mark up the fields as necessary. When you map data fields, Viewer Studio automatically determines the ID of the field by examining the screen. For unlabeled fields, you can manually enter your own ID. Data labels are mapped in the same way.
For more involved screens, a wizard automates the process of mapping. First of all, you'll assume the title area of the screen. You can fine-tune the auto-mapping tools for your host's application style. You then identify the data areas of the screen, then review and correct any automation errors. Next are the message areas of your screen. And finally, the function or hotkey areas of the screen. Data fields are automatically associated with their labels. An editor allows you to review and update associations if necessary.
The next step in building your web UI is to group your labels and data into islands and panels. These panels are used to define the responsive UI, so that your solution will look great across a whole range of devices with different size screens.
You choose which UI component you would like to use for a field by updating its properties. A web preview allows you to see your work and changes. You can choose from drop-downs, checkboxes, buttons, calendars, radio buttons, icons, pop-ups, and many more.
You then create the structure of your web application. This is where you define menus, composite pages, notebooks, and workflows. A wizard guides you through the process of generating your web UI. If you're interested in deeper customization, this is where you can make choices such as which version of Microsoft.NET you would like to work with, and which version of Microsoft Visual Studio. Your solution is generated using templates. If you need to change how your application is created at a code level, you can modify the templates. The wizard builds the generated code ready for you to use. Especially useful for those who do not wish to get involved with the code at all. Flynet Viewer Studio adheres to an open code philosophy. Your generated application source code is available for customization, and in fact, we encourage it. You can easily open your solution in your favorite version of Microsoft Visual Studio. The generated code is laid out as an N-tier solution using the MVC design pattern. If you need to change a piece of back-end technology, you can interchange these components with no impact on users or clients. The web pages or views can be easily tailored using the Visual Studio Web Designer or code behind editors. The controllers that transport data back and forth between the web UI and the terminal application contain base classes and override points. This makes it easy to include custom behavior that is preserved through repeated generations of the code. Flynet Viewer Studio UX is a modern, server-based solution for organizations looking to modernize or migrate host systems such as IBM Mainframe and Iseries, Unix, and PIC. Flynet Viewer Studio UX allows you to modernize and rationalize your heritage system environment, providing a contemporary, web-delivered interface to your existing system.